Welcome back. Welcome back. So what's been going on? We have another episode. Obviously, we're doing another episode. And I'm pretty sure there's a question of what's been happening with the Warriors vision. What's been going on? Well, I'm about to explain that to you. But before we get into the show, make sure you share, like, turn on notifications, comment, do all those things so that people know that the podcast is here. Season 6 is here. We're thriving. We're doing the thing. We're doing it. So, without wasting any more time, let's get into the show. Welcome back to the Warriors Vision. I'm your host, Brian, also known as the Warrior. Welcome back to the show, guys. It's been a little bit, but I mean, we're still here. We're still doing things. If you've been paying attention to the YouTube channel, to the Warriors Collection Network, if you've been paying attention to that, you would know that we've been doing a lot. Well, I've been doing a lot. Started to doing some more content on working out, training, leveling up, training harder, becoming an asset. What else we've been doing? I think I've tried to put some videos together about the Homestead, and here's a nice little. We're just gonna go ahead and jump into that. As you see the title, Episode 9, Homestead of the Warriors update. Let me see. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. I gotta figure out how that. Okay, I'll figure that out. But anyway, everything, like I said, I told you guys before. Every time there's an update, the thing will do something. And I literally just went through a walkthrough, and it's not cooperating. But anyway, we're gonna figure it out. One day, or maybe I'll have someone actually pushing the buttons, doing it for me. But updating you guys on the Homestead. I've been trying to figure out how to do videos showing me out on the Homestead. Majority of the time it's me, but what we're doing. Our chickens. But I'm trying to figure out how to set up the camera so I can capture it. Trying to figure out the timing of how much time it's going to take for editing, to put those videos out. Is I definitely don't want to set up the camera, record everything that I'm doing, the walking and all of that, and then just upload it and be like, all right, you guys devour it, break it down the best way you can. No, I don't want to do that. I want to figure out a way to, edit the video and highlight the certain things that we're doing and figure out how to talk over certain parts. So it's a lot. It is a lot. I've watched some other YouTube channels how they add videos to their channel about their homestead, and I'm telling you, it is a lot. And when you have the business, someone else said that the YouTube channel is its own business in itself, because I've definitely named it the Warriors Collection Network. So you have that, and then you have your family. So first and foremost, you have your family. First and foremost, I have my relationship and walk that I'm doing with God, one. Then I have my family, and then I have the business, and then the other business. And then, I just have random different things that I have to do around the house, right? It's only 24 hours in a day. We're not up that long, right? Now I get up at 3:15. So I get in my time with reading, praying, and then doing whatever little chores I need to do. And then, right now we just hit spring. We just hit winter. So I have some free time. I'll probably really look into how to break down videos and edit them quickly to upload them while making sure they're good information good content being put out. So I don't want to put out any mess. But with that being said, guys, the homestead is, so this is year 2 of doing this homestead thing, growing food. As you guys may or may not know, we have our chickens. We lost one chicken. One chicken actually died on us. It was egg bound. We believe that if we believe that we because we didn't let them out the second day. It had been raining for 2 days, and on the second day we didn't let them out. We actually went to an event, came back, and we found that the chicken was dead. Um, I immediately, not immediately, but later on that night, we put it in the fire pit, burned it up because I didn't know how long it had been died, and I'm still learning if you can, harvest a chicken. But everyone else said I guess I could have harvested the chicken. It would have been a small one, but anyway, put them in the pit, and then I found that there was 2 eggs inside of her. So maybe if we would have let the chicken out that day or that day before we went to the event, I had a small business event. We would have seen that the chicken was acting funny. We would have been able to do something, right? Or someone would have stayed home and monitor the situation. But everything happens for a reason. We learned a lesson. No matter what the weather is, we have to make sure we let the chickens out to make to because they're young too. So the stress of laying eggs every day. We hear them every day that we're out there. They're like, it's like a woman in labor pains. They are really they get loud, they get crazy when in those labor pains. So uh, you know um, if letting them out every day so they can reset, uh, be able to breathe and stretch their legs out. We got them in a nice little section, but we plan on adding more chickens, so we definitely want to allow them to free range every now and then. We don't allow them to be free range chickens at all the time, but they have a little spot where they can go in. Uh, throughout the day, we'll open up the door, let them out, let them circle our pine trees or whatever the case may be, and let them run around. And then we put them up again. So we have a nice little routine. We need to make sure that if we get any more animals, that we're constantly checking them. So the next animals that we want to get is pigs. We want to get pigs, and we want to harvest them because the meat in stores is just the prices of them things are just it's crazy. And I know people are saying, well, it's going to cost more to feed them. Well, at least I know what's in them, right? At least I know what's being fed. I know how they're being treated. I know they're clean. So, that's the trade off. I know where my food is coming from, and I know how well the meat's going to be, right? So that's the trade off. We have a lot of pallets, so I want to again. I got to figure out how to set up the camera. I'm gonna showcase all of this. And then after that, we want to get rabbits. So around the same time, we got enough pallets to build a rabbit hutch. We're gonna get us some rabbits, so we'll have chicken, pigs, and rabbits. Right now, our chickens are doing fantastic with laying. I think last week or over the last 2 weeks, a week and a half, we've had a total of 27 eggs. And there's only 3 of us, or well, 4. My little girl. Um, that's a lot of eggs. That's a lot of eggs. My wife, she made eggnog during the week of Thanksgiving, and we've been having eggs. So that's fantastic. We want to get to a point where we have so many eggs that we can hand them out to our church, hand them out to people that may be in need, or that are looking for some homestead fresh eggs. All right. Our garden, recap the garden. We had a storm come through, destroyed our plotted area where one of the guys that I met on Twitter came out and plowed up an area for us, and we was growing tomato, watermelon, sweet potatoes. They was growing pretty good over there. Storm came through, windstorm, boom. Um, thank God it did not land on the gas tank, the gas tank by our house, or even on the house. The way it fell, it was falling straight. And at the last little bit, it turned and smashed the garden. So if it would have kept going straight, it would have crushed our chickens, crashed the gas tank and damaged the house. And we probably, if hit the gas tank, we would all died. So I thank God for His protection on that. But it literally is can't even explain how it even turned that way because it was from start it fell straight down, and then all of a sudden it just whoop. So it destroyed the garden. So better the garden than us. Uh, So I had to over the summer I had to work on getting the tree removed by sawing it down by hand a little bit, and then I took my little chainsaw and I finally was able to get a chunk of it out of the way so that we can use that part of the garden again. So we're working on that. I got some logs to burn for that to get that ground refertilized, and the actual area that we started with at the beginning, um, since we have chicken poop, we've been able to use the chicken poop on the trees, the different bushes, and we've seen a change in them. Like they're really, doing what they're supposed to do. So, which is a great thing because the compost was working to a point. I just needed more nutrients, and we got the chickens, and that is a gold find. It's a gold find, not mine, gold find. It was amazing. I didn't even realize we got so much chicken poop. It's awesome. So we're winterizing our beds, our garden beds. After this past week, we've had 2 days of temperatures below 32. Killed our last bit of tomatoes. I had a jalapeno plant that was doing it. I had a habanero plant that was doing it all the way up till the last 2 days. They were really producing. Um, the things that I learned from this past year of growing food is that you can't mix and match many things. Like, for instance, we had cucumbers and they were different varieties. And the bees were coming and pollinating them and cross pollinating, and they were making the cucumbers toxic. So we bit into one, and I mean, it was poisonous. I mean, I could have died if we would have kept eating it, right? But we looked it up and we realized that we had different. I think we had maybe 5 different varieties of cucumbers out there. So we know no more of that. We're gonna get one variety, stick with it, and grow it. Um, but we still was able to do pickles with a lot of them. We still had some that we were able to do pickles. We did some habanero relish. Oh my gosh. That habanero relish. Oh man, I can't. That's a video. See, so I have these ideas. I just need to get them done. I just need to do them. I wish I I had a buddy that would be on camera, be on call every time I needed one. But it's all good. We gonna figure it out. But that habanero relish is on point. The we did jalapeno dill pickle. My gosh. Oh my. What else we did? We did a lot. And next year we're thinking about. I'm not even gonna mention it. I got something planned. I got something planned from the garden, from the Warriors Garden. I got something planned for you. I hope you guys are. Oh man, I can't even. But anyway, I learned a lot. We learned a lot this year. Um, I learned how to prune properly. Learned how to properly water. Learned that we need to have certain plants like flower plants, pollinators, um, that bring in certain insects. Like we did Susan, black eyed Susans, right? We did black eyed Susans, and this was the first year we had dragonflies. So if you didn't know, black eyed Susans will attract dragonflies, and dragonflies they're predators. They love other flying insects. They love them. So if you have a mosquito problem, get you some black eyed Susans, plant as many as you can, plant them everywhere. The dragonflies will be on your property pulling security all day long. It's like having little helicopters, dragon, because you know how they sit, just waiting for insects to fly by, and they just snatch them, and they just constantly eat. So if you need some predators that are mosquito sick of mosquitoes, or you're sick of whatever you're sick of, get you some dragonflies, get you some black eyed Susans, put them out there, and they will do the work. They will do the work. Now I seen a dragonfly get taken out by a wasp, and that was it. I, nature is crazy. Nature is crazy. The wasp took his head clean off, ate his head, and dropped his body. He was hanging in the peach tree. We had our peach tree, and they were fighting, and the wasp got the best of him, and that was the end of that. So I mean, it goes down. Nature is interesting. So, you got to get outside and see these things happening. It's so beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. What else did I learn? I we I just collected a bunch of the leaves. We put them in the garden beds. Uh, Next year, we're hoping to really, get these watermelons going like they supposed to. Um, Honeydews, cantaloupes, and our fig trees. So, I believe that our next year garden is going to be fantastic, because we're doing the things that need to be done to make sure everything goes smooth. And this is a never ending process of learning. If you're doing homesteading, you're always learning. And I didn't know, when I first jumped into it, I thought, I was like, okay, I do a little research here and there, and be done with it. Be done. Okay, I don't need no more. And then after that first year, I was like, okay, I'm learning. And then nothing, took off the way I wanted it to take off, which was, first year. And then I realized, I still have more things that I need to learn for this to really be successful. So, again, it's about having that mindset, understanding that, I'm learning this. There's more to learn, and I just have to, continue to do the work, because uh, I just went blank, but I need to continue to do the work, because over time it will do what it's supposed to do. As long as I'm doing the right things, it will do what it is supposed to do. All right. So if you're out there homesteading and you're trying to grow things, don't get discouraged. If your plants are dying, or bugs are destroying everything, that's what nature does. Now you got to continue doing what you're supposed to do, which is learning about those certain things and trying to figure out how to prevent it. All right. So that is the update on the Homestead of Warriors. Oh, we put our beehive out. Next year, we're supposed to be getting some bees. So that's going to be interesting and fun to do, because I'm all about that healthy, holistic living. I've been making a lot of tonics with honey and apple cider vinegar. And I'm telling you guys, that when God created everything, He knew exactly what He was doing. You know, he has given us everything we need to survive. Don't let no one tell you otherwise. He has given us everything we need to survive. But we gonna jump into that. But next year we should be getting some bees to set up our beehives. We got 2 beehives set up, and we should definitely be getting some bees for that. What else is going on? And I think that's it. That's it. That's it on the homestead. We're trying to figure out if we want to grow some grain or some wheat so we can have flour. Still debating that. Um, and we're going to do a big wildflower area so we can attract all types of different pollinators. So we're looking to really blow this homestead up and make it make sure that we're more than self-sustainable out here. If anything was to ever happen with the grocery stores or with the prices, inflation could quadruple going into next year. And oh man, that'll be brutal. But anyway, that is the update, and that's what I've been doing on the homestead since the last episode, Israel. So you guys, I hope that was a good explanation to my miniature absence. My daughter, she's doing fantastic, and that's another thing I've been busy with. Been busy with my little baby girl, learning and watching her grow so much. She loves being outside. She loves being with the chickens. She is a little um she loves nature. She loves being outside, and it's so amazing to see that. Like the her desire to want to be outside. We bring her in, she throws a fit. She wants to be outside. She walks on pine cones with her feet. No shoes, no socks. She steps on pine cones with her bare feet. And I was trying to do that, right? Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Um, I stepped on the pine cone. I was like, ugh, I'm sorry, baby. Daddy can't do it. I was like, I wish I had her feet, and I wish I was able to step on pine cones and pine shavings or the pine cone little things that break off on the pine cone. I wish I could step on those because some of them have little horns on them, and they hurt. They hurt, and my feet are delicate. I'm not ashamed to say it. Feet are delicate. But with me saying that, I want to make my feet hard though. I want to be able to run out there on pine needles and pine cones without even thinking about it. My little baby's feet is stronger than mine. She's been on this planet for 1 year. But to see that is just so amazing. It is amazing. I love it. And that's another thing that's been keeping my time. Right now, she's taking a nap, and she's a ball of joy, a ball of joy. She's awesome. She's awesome. She's awesome. And we got homeschooling going on, so tied up into a lot of things and a lot of ideas. But we're staying focused and we're staying persistent. We're staying committed. We're gonna make everything happen. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into our contact information. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notifications. Leave a comment. Like it. If you don't like it, let me know why. Let me know why, and then and share it. All right. Follow us on IG at Warriors_Collection_. Follow us at the other page, Warriors_Collection_network. The Twitter thing is still blocked out, but we will address that here soon. We will address that here soon. Follow us on TikTok at Warriors Collection Brand. All right. Audio side, you need to listen to us on the audio side: Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Audio, Overcast, Radio Public, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, Breaker, and Anchor.fm. All right. So with that, guys, I hope that was very informative, and I hope maybe the information that I provided about the dragonflies and the different things that we're doing on the homestead, and if you were looking to get into homesteading, getting you some land, or even growing some things out at your house, whether you live in the city, live in an apartment, or whatever the case may be, if you were looking to grow some stuff, I hope the information that I have provided here and through other episodes, or even on the network, the Warriors Collection Network via YouTube, I hope it's beneficial to you, and it helps you with your start, right? As I said, we're still learning. I'm still learning a lot, and I believe it is a ongoing learning process from the many people that I've talked to, even the people that have been doing it for so long. So get ready to learn. If this is something that you are wanting to do, wanting to make sure you're able to provide food for your family, wanting to make sure you're able to stay out of the grocery stores, get into this and be committed to it. Have that mindset. Whether a plant dies or never comes up out of the ground, that you are committed to getting those plants to come up out of the ground, thrive, and produce food for you and your family. All right. So, Warriors, remember, don't be blinded by the media. Hashtag see through it. Using your Warriors vision. Also, level up, train harder, be an asset. This has been the Warrior. We will see you on the next episode. Warrior out.